next comic just flew in from Houston, and boy are his arms tired from beating some ass. I fucking love this guy. It's always cool to have him. Give it up for Rod Eccles. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right, shit. Hey, he told you I just flew in from Houston. I don't think so, because Spirit went out of business. I drove. But I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Anybody know about Memphis? Shit, man, Memphis is fucked up right now, boy. Hey, but things about it, there's three things that they do. When you fly into Memphis, man, you get three things. They give you those little towelettes, you know, so you can get barbecue sauce to your fingernails and shit. And you get a bulletproof vest and a paper map. Cause Siri says she don't fuck around in them streets. And so me and my wife, we went to Memphis. You know, we hadn't been there in a while. We went to a funeral. And we was going to the rental car place. We pulled in, got off the plane, went over to the thing, you know, got our little towelettes and shit. The bus, the shuttle bus, rental shuttle bus pulled up. Guy opened the door, damn. He got on a bulletproof vest. It's for real. The struggle is real. I'm like, nah, bro, that's all right. We'll walk on over. We walked on over to the rental car terminal, and the lady at the counter, she said, do you want whole life or term life? And I'm like, ma'am, what? She said, yeah, your insurance, you want whole life or term life? I'm like, ma'am, we just need liability. She said, no, fuck the car, you need life insurance. You in Memphis, goddamn. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up, man. No, sir. And you know, when we moved to San Antonio, we live in San Antonio now. When we moved to Texas, I swear that was a culture shock for you. Man, Mexicans put lemons and chamoy on every goddamn thing. I'm like, shit, you know, we used to put Louisiana on every goddamn thing. They put, man, chamoy and lemon. I swear, my friend told me, he said, oh man, when I eat my girl, man, I open her legs up, I squeeze a little lemon in there. I'm like, boy, that's fucked up. You know, you doing the crazy shit like that. Man, I just turned 60, believe it or not. I just turned 60, y'all. I had a big party. That Monday, my primary care physician nurse called me and said, Mr. Eccles, we need to get you scheduled in for a prostate exam and a colonoscopy. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, we gotta get you a prostate and a colonoscopy. I'm like, God damn, turning 60 about to be a pain in the ass. I mean, shit, think about it, man. Prostate exam, lube, finger up your ass. That sounds like foreplay to me. And then, you military guys will get this one. Colonoscopy, down my throat, up my ass. That sounds like an Eiffel Tower moment. Man, I'm talking about that's crazy as shit. You know, anybody served in here? Yeah. I served too. I did 7 years in the Air Force and 14 years in a federal prison. I retired from prison. I refuse to go back. I'm trying to get my disability because I had PTSD. But my attorney said, Rod, that's not cervical canal. Why not? He said, because you have post-traumatic sex disorder. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's come from jacking off, you know, 14 years. Think about it, 14 years in federal prison, shit. I was fucking 3 times a day, goddammit. Oh, shit, my hands got pregnant twice. And they had miscarriages. Yeah, shook them little babies out there, motherfuckers. Here, get rid of them bitches. Other thing, that's 21 years. Guess what? Where my married guys at? Anybody married in here? Man, you the only guy there. You married in the military. You the only motherfucker living a real life around this bitch. Me and my wife just celebrated on May the 2nd our 21 years of marriage. Yes. Think about it. Our marriage is drinking age now. Shit, when we fuck up, shit go wrong, man, I'll drink to that. God damn it. My wife told me, you know, we've been married so long, she said, you remember the first night that we actually had a real romantic night together? I'm like, yeah. She said, you know, sometimes you gotta think, we've been together 21 years. You gotta do the same shit that you did that got me to keep me. I'm like, shit, man, I ain't did cocaine since that night. Shit, hey, cocaine a motherfucker, man. You can do some crazy shit with cocaine. You can be fucking, and man, you on that cocaine, you can press pause, go downstairs, cook dinner, take another shower, go right back, dick still hard, put that motherfucker back in and hit play, and keep going for about 2 more days. I mean, that shit is crazy. That's the best Viagra you'll ever have, goddammit. Man, I'm talking about, whew, that's the best Viagra. What my edible guys? Anybody tried edibles in here? I know everybody tried edibles. Man, me and my wife went to Colorado one time, right? First time we ever done edibles. We pulled up at the dispensary, walk in there, and the lady said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yes. We've never tried edibles before. We would like to try." And she said, "Do you like cookies?" I like, shit, don't I look like I like cookies? And she said, "Well, here, I got some cookies with weed in it." She gave us a bag of 6 cookies. I got 3, and my wife got 3. I'm eating mine, you know, slowly. I look over there, my wife, she like the Cookie Monster on that motherfucker. And the lady said, "Stop! What are you doing?" She said, "I'm eating cookies. What do you mean what I'm doing? You didn't give us but 3. And she said, "No, honey, that's not how you do it." And she looked at, she said, "What you talking about, ma'am?" And then I said, "Yeah, what are you talking about?" She said, "No, honey, you're supposed to take 1 cookie, you break it in half, you give her half, and you take half." And I looked at this lady and I said, "Ma'am, when you ever seen a fat motherfucker eat a half a cookie? That's absurd. If that was the case, you should have gave us a bag of Oreos as a chaser." And she said, "Well, son, I'm gonna tell you this. You gotta get somewhere and lay down because when it hits, it's gonna hit hard." My wife said, "Baby, did you hear the lady? Come on, we gotta go." I like, "Babe, calm down." She said, "No, we better go." I'm like, "No, calm down." So my wife's phone rang. She got this freaky ass friend that, you know, man, Mexican chicks are freaky as a motherfucker. She got this freaky ass friend that always telling her how to suck dick. You know, but one day I was, you know, we was cutting the yard. She was out there. She said, I heard her, you know, overheard her. She said, "Mama, you suck that dick, Mama?" She said, "No, I ain't sucking no dick." She said, "Mama, you gotta go to the corner store and get a box of fruit roll-ups. And you wrap that fruit roll-up around it and you just suck it till it's not sweet no more. He's gonna come many times." And I ran back in the house and looking on the refrigerator to see that we have that box of fruit roll-ups out there we got for the grandkids. And so we're driving to the hotel. We get to the hotel in Colorado, right? After we get there, my wife said, "Babe, I'm going to the room. I'm not feeling good." I said, "Okay, go ahead." I'm looking at, you know how the hotel had a little snack stand? Guess what I saw? A box of fruit roll-ups. So I grabbed these roll-ups and I'm going up to the hotel. My wife coming out the shower. She said, "Baby, why don't you come to bed? Let's make a good time out of this." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a shower." So I set the box down, I go take a shower, I come back out, and man, I'm looking like D'Angelo. If y'all ever saw that naked video, I'm looking like D'Angelo. I'm shaking out, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? And then I get in the bed, I start kissing on her feet and shit. I don't know why women like their fucking toes licked on and shit. That's some doggish ass shit. That's what you let puppies do. And so I started kissing her around her neck and started, you know, smelling them with them. When, you know, they say when you eat pineapples, you know, that thing gets sweet, right? And then she said, "Ooh, baby," we got this soft music on. And she said, "Give me a kiss." I reached down to give her a kiss. Next thing you know, something go boom. I jump up, I cut the lights on, cut the music off, and my wife laying in the bed, she holding a dildo up. I said, "Did you just put that motherfucker in my mouth?" She said, "Yeah, baby. Why? What's wrong?" I said, "I know you didn't put that. I don't suck dick. What the fuck is that?" And then next thing you know, she said, "Baby, we just trying something new." I said, "New my ass. I'm not doing shit like that." Then next thing you know, I know, I look over at her, and she said, "Well, would it have mattered if I'd have wrapped a fruit roll up around it?" That's my time. My name Rod Eccles.